Welcome to episode number 97 of The Closing Table with Lawyers Title. I'm your host, Tamera Gaede, and today's guests are Anthony Satarino and Andy Buffington with the Celina EDC. We're going to talk about everything happening in Celina right after this.
Welcome to The Closing Table with host Tamera Gaede, where we break down how to be successful in real estate and what it's really like to work in the real estate business. This is The Closing Table with Lawyers Title.
Welcome back. Again, I'm your host, Tamera Gaede. Today's guests are Anthony Satarino. He is the Celina EDC Executive Director, and Andy Buffington, the Director of Community Development and Downtown Service, again, in Celina. So I'm really excited. This is where I live. So I am super excited to have Andy and Anthony on the show with me today. We're going to talk about all things Celina. But first, before we get started, I want to welcome you guys to the show. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Man, you guys
Appreciate
are in the hot seat. We've got some questions for you.
Absolutely. We're ready.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about some of these topics. Before we get really into what's going on in Celina, I want to back up a second because I'm not sure everybody understands what the Economic Development Corporation does for each city. So what is your core function?
Absolutely. So at the EDC, we are really focused on bringing in jobs and bringing in sales tax into our community. We work alongside. We're separate from the city, but we work alongside them very closely with the council and city leadership. But our job is really to help foster a lot of development for the city and help grow our sales tax base. That's how we're funded as an organization, is through sales tax, and then also bring in jobs and visitors and really help expand our economy for Celina.
Well, a lot of what you guys talk about is what's coming to Celina, meaning the businesses, right?
Correct.
So we're going to kick it off because Preston Road is busy.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Preston Road Corridor. What do we have coming, guys?
Absolutely. So on Preston Road in the last couple of years, we've had Costco announce, we've had Lowe's announce, we've had Walmart announce, and we've had Home Depot. So lots of growth coming to Preston Road. Of course, that also brings a lot of other uses, everyday shopping needs for residents. And so they're not having to travel outside of the city to meet a lot of those needs. And so it's been really great to see so much great growth on Preston Road. And that really helps keep some of those tax dollars in place for our city. So right now we've got quite a bit of leakage because there's not a whole lot of places to shop, right? And so because of that, we're really excited to help welcome those new businesses to Preston Road.
Well, and I know this is outside of Celina, but just barely. But let me tell you something. I'm doing a happy dance about HEB opening. Let me tell you, if I don't have to go to Frisco anymore, and I'm sorry, but that Kroger's gross. And so I'm very happy not to have to go to Frisco anymore. Sure. Like I literally was doing a countdown on that. And I know we're getting one in the city limits eventually. But right now they've broken ground on Walmart, and Lowe's is almost done.
Lowe's is vertical, yes. And so you can drive by today and see Lowe's. The exterior is almost done. Of course, I got a lot of work to do on the interior. But yes, Lowe's is vertical. You should see Walmart go vertical here within the next month or so. As well as Home Depot.
But we have to do some damage, like some control of the public image on Walmart, okay? Because look, I live in Glen Crossing, which is not far. I mean, you could walk through the field and get to my house from the Walmart, right? And so my neighborhood is always, everybody always knows, oh my God, a Walmart, we don't want a Walmart, we don't want a Walmart.
Right.
But this Walmart, ain't no regular Walmart. Okay?
That's right. There's no regular Walmart. Yes.
So can you talk about what's different about this Walmart? Because I was blown away.
That's what Andy and I were talking about just yesterday, and Andy was able to pull up quite a lot of information about it. But it is their new concept, and so the first one of these. Actually, Walmart hasn't built a new store really nationwide since COVID.
Wow, really?
Yes.
I feel like they're everywhere.
Yeah, no, they really halted all of their development for a while. And so Cypress, Texas is their first one outside of Houston that they've opened and just recently opened in the last couple of months. And it is this new concept. They're really supposed to be more lifestyle driven, nicer interiors. We've met the store manager a couple different times. I know Andy had great conversations with him. They also want to be really a community partner too. bring in local products. They're talking about if they can do a mural interior that represents Celina. So they really do want to come alongside the city and partner with us, I think, in ways that Walmart really hadn't necessarily done before in other communities. But we're real excited about the new prototype, the new concept they're bringing to Celina.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's referred to as the store of the future.
Store of the future.
That's right.
And there's no normal blue Walmart signs. I didn't see that on the renderings.
Yeah, so the great thing about where Walmart is going, it's in a development called Shawnee Trail, and so it is being developed by a legacy land family in the Glendennings, and so there is a intentionality about it to make this look really, really great because there's a family legacy on this lot and on this property.
Yeah. They're keeping the land, right?
That is correct. And so I think you'll see that throughout the whole Shawnee Trail development is that it's a very intentional with the materials and the design and the architecture because this will be a legacy family who's owning this land still. Yeah,
I saw the renderings, like I said, when we did the bus tour, right? Because you guys had Matthew he was the marketing
Kieran
guy for Glendenning Real Estate. So it was Rex Real Estate. It was very cool. I was actually impressed, and I thought that would be some good PR for the neighborhood to be able to see some of that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I don't want to get stuck on Walmart for sure because I want to talk. I like more the local businesses that we support and the small businesses that you guys bring in, like some of the restaurants that have come in. Simply Pho. I mean, I'm literally there every Friday night. Okay. Not in the dining room. I'm a takeout girl. But
go.
Even me and the I don't know her name. I need to find out her name. I mean, we do a little dance when I come in on Friday nights, and she's like, how's it going, Tamera? And, excited to see you. So I'm there multiple times. Terra Mania gets too much of my money. Okay. Way too much of my money. I love Tracy. Honeysuckle Rose. I mean, the list goes on with the really cool small businesses that we have in Celina. And I really like that. We need the big stuff.
Right.
We have to have the big stuff.
Yes.
Can't wait to get a drone delivery from Walmart to my backyard. But the small stuff is really cool too. So is there anything you guys want to talk about in the small business world that's rolling out?
Yeah, absolutely. Before, so Andy will give you a lowdown on the local business support program, which is what we're getting ready to start.
Yeah.
But just from a council perspective, I think what's great about our leadership in Celina is that they very much want to keep small business at the heart of who we are. And so you see a lot of fast growing suburbs who kind of abandon that and in favor of the big boxes and the retail and the corporate users. And that will be part of Celina's story for sure. But I think what's great about our leadership structure is that they very much understand that small business, what has built Celina up to the point where it is today, is still going to be an integral part of the future of Celina. And so that's really where the local business support program came from. That idea of how to make sure that our businesses. Both now and the future small businesses are going to feel like they're supported in Celina and have a home with us. And so I'll let Andy kind of talk about the program a little bit, and we're just getting started with it.
So my role in community development is really about bringing partners across the city all together for the purpose of raising all boats. And so with these big box retailers coming in, it's great fit for our team to come in and put together all the great things that they have as a culture, as a corporation, but learning the intricate details of the small business communities that have existed in Celina for so many years. And that's the way it's been since beginning of time when the historic square was put into downtown Celina. It's so important to the heartbeat of what's going on. And so I want to assure you, I won't jump back to Walmart, but I will say the GM came in with his Bobcat orange sneakers on.
That's right. Yeah, he sure did. Yeah,
it's an important integral piece to the fabric here that they are ingrained in what's going on in the culture and the spirit of what was created in Celina. And so within that, we're doing that. We're launching a local business support program that has stakeholders across the community that have come together and put their heads together on how to best suit the challenges and the opportunities for small businesses. Over 70% of operators have 1 to 4 employees in the city of Celina. So,
70% have 1 to 4.
That's correct.
That's a big number for.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's big.
Yes.
So it's a balancing act for us that we're really going to be putting our heads together and resources how to give them longevity in the community that they've created and that we can sustain there for years to come.
Well, is one of your concerns the rent increases that are going up? Because that's really knocking out some of our, some of our small businesses. I know Jimbo's had to go away. There was another little pho place or Vietnamese iced coffee place that was in the strip center where the gym is and UPS store where Andy is. And it got knocked out because of rent increases. I know that's one of the biggest concerns for the small businesses as property values increase around here. How do we balance the rent increases with the needs of the small businesses? Is that something you guys are addressing?
Absolutely. So out of this LBSP, for short, Local Business Support Program, we're going to have roundtable dialogues where we're putting retailers together and creating a mentorship program. And then it's a great question because we're also going to be suiting ourselves up for the longevity of them to be able to come true vibology or vibe check of how they're integrating into the community and making sure that they know who their customers are and their customers know them. So all those things go hand in hand, but it allows us to develop dialogue with developers and investors that are wanting to come in and build bigger and better buildings that are not existing in the downtown square right now. So we've got one that's going to be redeveloping and revitalizing right on Ohio Street soon, alongside Corey Ann's new building that she's building in downtown.
Oh, yeah. Go Corey Ann. I know. I was excited to hear that she was doing that.
Building,
Beautiful brick that she's put up
I've
there.
seen the construction. Like it's had the scaffolding or whatever there for quite a while. And she told me that she was the one taking over that space.
Yes, she is.
I thought that was very cool for her.
Yeah.
And then we've got I say dead. It's an unleased building. It's where Full Bloom used to be when Kristen was in Celina. That one that's next to the candy shop.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I mean, that one has just been sitting vacant for like
It
ever.
It has. Yes, it has. Yeah,
the Mayor building, is that the one you're?
No, I was just right down from Hey Sugar, but yeah, that one we've been actively working on. There was a proposal in there previously, and it didn't pan out. So there's a couple of users who I think will go. It's a small space, so it makes it a little bit of a challenge, but
we got
opportunities
a place too that's sitting. They're kind of just still up,
Yes.
Even though it's kind of a dead space right now, they vacated.
Yeah, the great part about downtown is with all the reinvestment going on, certainly rising rent is a challenge, but there are no shortage of inquiries about businesses wanting to go in. It's just about making that right fit and that connection. So I think soon you'll see, really hopefully a fully leased downtown, a fully leased square, but lots of interest on all these different buildings. And
the one thing that, look, I'm off script. I'm sorry, guys, but I hope if you can't answer something, just say I can't answer that right now. But I'm happy to have that as an answer. But, one of the things, sorry, Jerry, but the Star has challenged, right?
Yeah.
And they have a revolving door of businesses coming in and out of the Star. It's nonstop. Like I can't even I work in the Star and I can't keep up with what's there. Yeah. And that I'm sure has something to do with the rent, right? Mm-hmm. And how expensive it is. And people get in, they're like, oh my God, I'm not making enough money to cover the monthly expenses on this space.
Right.
I would hate to see that happen in Celina where our small businesses can't sustain themselves here.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's, a lot of what Andy is mentioning. So many times you have a small business who has a really great idea or a really great product, or they're a really great chef, but they don't necessarily know how to run a business necessary to keep up with those growing demands. And that rent is going to increase and expenses are going to increase. And so we're really, our hope is to come alongside them. And, whether that's, having roundtable discussions or having mentorship programs with other small business owners, but kind of equip them with the tools that they need to know how to really run a successful business and hopefully plan for some of these challenges that are inevitably going to come up. When you've got a really successful downtown, rents are going to rise, right?
No, for sure. And I'm not trying to place any responsibility at your doorstep for that, right?
Absolutely,
it's the business owners have a responsibility to keep up with their P&L and work successfully. But I love that you guys are working on a holistic program, like a 360 view for the local businesses with this local support program to help them make sure that they're prepared and they understand how to run the business, right? I love that, that you guys are providing that. That's really cool.
That. Yeah, appreciate that.
That's cool.
It's an exciting launch. We should have it out and rolling it out in November, and first quarter of next year, you're really going to see it start to bloom with our businesses locally in Celina.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Take care of all of them because I got some friends in downtown.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a great part of Celina story.
Yeah.
And it's what keeps Celina unique, right? And so
Our downtown's very cool.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
McKinney, everybody talks about McKinney Square, right? And we're getting, you know, like that's what's happening in
Yes.
Celina. We're going to be as cool as, I think
yes.
we already are, quite frankly. I mean, the silos have opened. We've got the WIC, Kim over there with the WIC, and, you know, the Little Wooden Penguin, they've opened Nowhere Bar.
Nowhere Bar.
Yeah,
absolutely,
that's cool too.
It's a great addition.
Heyday is slick. I'm
Yes.
a fan of Heyday.
Yes.
They're very slick over there. So if you guys haven't been to some of these places, Mangiamo's. We cannot not talk about Mangiamo's. I have two words for you. Spicy mama.
There you go. Yes. yes.
Legit. And it's messy, so be prepared.
Absolutely.
Worth the mess. But
Absolutely,
that's a home run, man. That place is great. Oh, in the farmer's market. Dan's farmer's market. I go over there every week.
Yeah,
to
that's
get
a
my
really great
produce
addition
now.
too. Yeah.
Like the tomatoes actually taste like tomatoes.
Yes. Yes.
And then Stella's ice cream will be opening.
Yay!
On the same building.
Okay, very cool.
Mangiamo's is located. So great ice cream. They've already given us a couple of the flavors, and it's gonna be trouble.
It's gonna be.
Now I feel like I'm
be
gonna get in
addictive.
trouble if I don't start naming all the businesses because I've named so many of them. The Greek Market is really cool too. Like you got to go. Anyway, I don't want to get stuck in the weeds because I got a hot seat topic we got to talk about. Okay, the Dallas North Tollway expansion.
Yeah.
It's painful, y'all. It's painful.
Yeah, this is it's a hot topic. It's what we talk about with residents, and we get it. It's a little bit of pain for a really great reward in the end.
It's gonna be a payoff, and I already knew it was happening, so don't tell me that.
Gotcha. Yes.
But dang, it hurts every day right now.
I feel it. We all feel it. You know, from the standpoint of growth and what the Dallas North Tollway brings to Celina, obviously, first off, you know, transportation and access, and you know, hopefully, when it opens in 2027, the ability for our residents to get to their jobs faster and get to work faster. 2027.
2027.
Yes, 2027. They are ahead of schedule, so that's great news.
Okay.
But really, when that opens up, it really opens up a whole host of opportunities for the city in terms of growth and development. And really, you know, just as to the south, we envision job centers coming and a bit of mixed use development and really be able to capture some quality growth that the tollway brings, which is pretty unique. I mean, it's land values, I'm sure are quite different along the tollway than they really are in any other region that we work in, and so it's a great asset to the city to be able to leverage some of that and get some what we see as some really high quality developments in the future.
Because right now we just got that one lowly little 7-Eleven.
Yes.
They can charge whatever they want for gas right now.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
We got to get some competition for 7-Eleven. But
absolutely,
and your predecessor mentioned something that I thought was very thoughtful and very smart of the planning of Celina. It's my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong or remember something incorrectly, because that's highly possible. But don't we didn't they already acquire extension land, meaning like when it comes to any type of expansion for the tollway or the Dallas North Parkway?
Yes.
Dallas Parkway. That there's already acquired land, so you don't have to do any intimate domain. Let me see if I can talk today. And take over or disrupt businesses to expand any future development on the tollway. So do you want to talk about that? Because I thought that was incredibly thoughtful.
Yeah, a lot of foresight went into that. Again, credit that to city leadership when they were going through that process. As you see communities to the south, and then of course along the 380 corridor where a lot of businesses have closed, where TxDOT has taken additional right-of-way off of 380. And the Dallas North Tollway DNT is the same way.
380 is a bad word in real estate. I'm just saying.
It's fair.
You might as well cuss right now.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize for that. No, but where we talked about how previously where Frisco now is at 4 lanes on their tollway. but that comes at an expense to residents. And, again,
100%,
it's great when it's open and it's a great asset. But again, the foresight of our city leadership to know that that's going to come anyways, right? It's going to need to be an 8-lane highway at some point in the city's future. Why not go ahead and acquire all of the necessary right of way up front to be able to ensure that it'll be a little bit less of a headache when that needs to expand in the future.
We're already seeing a new great community partner along the Tollway, and that's Methodist.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Yes.
the hospital is amazing.
They're already
beautiful
really
hospital.
integrating themselves into what's going on. That we actually have a board member, the president of the hospital, is on our board of directors, and so
Did I know that? I don't know if I knew that. What's that person's name?
Cody Hunter is the
I don't
president.
know if I knew that or not. But anyway, that's good.
It's very good. It's been, as Andy said, Methodist has been a great partner. Even before they opened, they were investing in the city and sponsoring.
I thought it was interesting. I learned this at the round table that we were in a medical desert. Isn't that what they call it? A medical desert
got it,
up in
yes.
Celina. It didn't even dawn on me, but it was true. And I asked because I'm like, well, the parking lot never seems that busy. Are y'all doing okay? She was like, no, our ambulance has like brought in over 90 people from surrounding areas in like a week and a half or something.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
like,
crazy. Yeah.
that's incredible. Like I didn't
Yes.
think about how far north there isn't any resources for this.
Right.
So-
Yeah. When an institution like Methodist Hospital opens up, the quality of life for residents increases overnight, right? And if you're having an emergency event and, the hospital's a good 20, 25 minutes or more away sometimes, but now you've got, a facility in the city that's much, much, much closer. That's a huge
it's like
win for
4
residents.
minutes from my house.
Exactly.
I can take myself to the hospital.
Yes.
And then you look for auxiliary services and other suppliers and needs that come alongside the hospital. You're going to see that bloom and grow. So really, all medical needs, specialty care, and things that stem from it are a great opportunity.
Well,
for us to
there's
capture.
that whole complex where Simply Pho and OMG. Oh, do we call it Oh My God or OMG tacos? I don't.
OMG tacos.
OMG. Okay. I tried them.
They both,
Anyway.
the co-owners of OMG Tacos and Simply Pho are the same.
I didn't know. I don't know if I realized that.
They are.
Anyway, there's a bunch of new practices coming into that facility, I noticed.
It's true. Yeah,
So-
we've got Texas Health. Breeze is
Yes.
their new concept that they brought. Recently opened.
There's an urgent care
urgent care.
that I thought was very necessary.
That's right.
You don't always want to go to the hospital.
Well, and with
Right.
the population growth, which I'm sure you're going to ask about, what those things.
That's next. That's next.
Is
Your
that
spoiler alert, Andy.
sorry about
Spoiler
that.
alert.
So that's one big thing is when your population is growing so rapidly, these needs can't be left, on the back burner. It becomes a front burner issue, and so we're really working alongside planning and other critical care suppliers that come along with population growth. But as you know, retail always follows rooftops, and that's why we're seeing such an influx of a lot of these big box retailers, but all the landing pad sites are going to come alongside that too. But that's why we're really clustering that alongside Preston Road, so you have access to that, and it's not something that will be expanded across the city. We can still enjoy this line that we all love.
Yeah, Preston, the dirt is all moving. It's all moving along this. Luckily, the road is still the same. So I don't think we could add another light. But anyway, that's another topic. Okay, but you did a nice segue, Andy. So let's talk about housing. I want to talk about housing. So home permit averages, construction inspection numbers. Let's dive in. Population growth, monthly valuation numbers. I want to talk about all things housing right now. So who's gonna take those questions?
So up to this point this year, we've had over 1,700 single family permits come into the city. And so that's
1,700 single family resident permits into the city.
single
New,
family.
okay.
So builders are ready to build. We've got over 29 master planned communities throughout Celina, and that's not slowing. So I think there was an event that you and I were at recently where we welcomed constituents of realtors to Castle Rock
Yes.
to talk about their
Yes.
new model homes. And so
Yeah,
every
y'all
week
need to
we're
go
there.
over and see the Castle Rock development in Laterra. Go see my friend Scott, okay? Like, there's some really very nicely priced housing over there, and it's surrounded still by beautiful land. You know what I mean? So it's a good development. You guys need to go check it out.
Yeah, and we encourage all realtors and different model homes that are coming and opening in Celina to reach out to us because we love to welcome and talk about all the great things that are going on. But just last month, I think that we averaged about 270 permits alone. So.
How many people are moving to Celina a month? Do we know? Ish.
I mean, it's about 12 to 13,000 a year. So about
12 to 13,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By 2030, we should be up to at least 100 to 130,000 population.
God, y'all need to hurry up with the tollway.
2027. They're ahead of. They're ahead of schedule.
Okay. Yeah, I know. It just hurts a lot every day. Anyway, okay. So yeah, we knew in real estate that was going to be a huge jump for us. We're going to be bigger than Frisco. Our land area is bigger than Frisco.
Yes,
so the in development population growth is going to be bigger than Frisco.
Correct.
So, construction inspection numbers, we talked about some permitting, monthly valuation numbers, population growth. Do you have anything else you can add to all of this, Andy?
Really just it's a steady influx of interest around the city. I mean, it's not just residential. Like I said, it's really meeting the market where it is, and construction starts for actual retail and other professional office. That's another big facet of the community that's growing is professional office. We're going to see a lot more daytime population. And with that, we'll see a lot of support throughout the downtown. We just welcomed 180 new teachers to the school district.
I saw that. Didn't you guys do an event for them, like some sort of welcome event for them? That was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
We went and shared downtown gift cards for all the businesses to come and spend time in downtown, because a lot of those teachers are probably just up and down Preston Road going to the school and then going home. And so we wanted to give them a reason to stop off and come check out what's going on in downtown.
Yeah, that's very cool that you did that. Teachers are very undervalued. And so anything we can do to celebrate our teachers is a big deal. I want to talk about diversification of housing while we're on the housing topic, because, nobody wants apartments, but we got to have apartments. We got to have them. Right? Mm-hmm. We got to have a diversification of housing as the city grows. It's just a necessary part of growth, right? So do we want to talk about diversification of housing and what we got coming in?
Yeah, absolutely. So the paradigm for the DFW region and its growth trajectory has always been, at least up here, drive north until you can afford it. And so what we're seeing, though, is that's not always the case anymore. Housing is getting expensive. Single family homes are becoming expensive, and they're becoming less of a reality for a lot of folks. And so to some extent, multifamily can help fill that need a little bit. And when done balanced with quality developments or as part of a quality development, it can help bring some daytime nighttime people into downtown. It can help, gives you an instant base of shoppers at all of our new retail establishments. And then also just provides options. Housing options is so critical. And, I think the foresight of Celina leaders has been to really put in strong requirements for that multifamily on the design and the quality of it. And so that, the expectation is that it's going to be sustainable over time.
Look, it's just, like I said, it's necessary. I know, people complain about it in my neighborhood, but I don't support that. It's just a part of growth, right? Sure. And to your point, housing is very expensive, and our property values since I bought in my house just have gone through the roof, right? Mm-hmm. And COVID helped with a lot of that, of course, and we've seen a more normalization to our property values year over year. Now it's settled down, right. But because of COVID, we had a huge jump in the prices of houses everywhere. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about needing places to rent, something more affordable, I think that is a necessary part. But also, I find it interesting that some of our rent growths have outperformed our housing prices, meaning rent is more expensive than mortgage payments sometimes.
It can be.
And so I think it's going to be a really interesting balance. How do we keep rent affordable in Celina as land values continue to increase and it's just a part of life? Yes. So another tricky balance, right?
It is.
Another tricky balance.
Yes.
Something else to think about is the level of customer service that we want to bring to the retail market that's arriving at our doors here in Celina.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
So, those frontline workers, many many times in other communities that you probably see or shop at, they have to travel quite a bit to get to those jobs. And so this allows an opportunity for them to have a work-life balance, for access to work, but also enjoy a quality of life in a downtown area. Because as you'll notice, the very foresight of the planning department and the city leadership have really been very strategic in replacing those multifamily housing units.
You're strategic in where you place them.
Yep.
Explain.
We want to create density and walkability when it comes
to downtown.
To downtown.
Okay, so for example, I don't know that it's the newest one, but the one I noticed was the one that, I forget the street, behind 7-Eleven and...
Ash Street.
Oklahoma. Is that what it's
just
called?
Alongside that tract where those multifamily units are going in and existing already is a 32-acre tract that the EDC actually owns. And we're looking to program it with all kinds of different mixed uses. I don't know if you want to talk about
the EDC owns land?
We do. So
Is that normal?
It is normal. Yes, it's very normal. So our first land purchase in EDC's history occurred last year. As Andy referenced, it's 32 acres. We call it the Martinic tract. It used to be the Martinic family owned it and operated the silos that are on that property, and so the grain silos. And so we're in the early stages of planning what that's going to look like, but we really want that to be an extension of downtown, right?
Very cool.
And increase walkability to that site, blended in with that multifamily so that there's something to walk to, something to do in the evening. We hope to have a little bit of office mixed in with that so that maybe we get some jobs as part of that. Residents can hopefully live and work close to centered all around there. So that's the plan for that property long term.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about property taxes. Oh my God, property taxes. Can we talk about property taxes?
I knew that was coming.
Another hot button, We won't talk about water. I'll let you guys off the hook today about what I told you I wasn't going to talk about water. But property taxes. So interesting. I think we need to make sure the audience understands that sales taxes affect our property taxes. Explain.
Sure, they're related, and so the from when you look at what funds a city, property taxes are a huge piece of what goes in to fund a city, and so is sales tax. So the state of Texas, a little bit unique among states, we receive a percentage of the sales tax that is paid. So that's why we try to reinforce how important it is to shop local, shop in the community that you live in. Because there's a percentage of that goes straight back to the city. And so the more that we can build up that sales tax, it takes a little bit of the pressure off of the property tax side of it, and still maintaining that quality of life and those services that residents are used to, right? We never want to diminish services. We always want to be known for the services that we provide our residents. And the more we can bolster that sales tax base, the less pressure it is on the property tax
I'm
side.
trying. I give as much money as I can to Celina.
Well, good. We appreciate that.
I just need a good grocery store.
That's fair.
And not to take away anything from Brookshires.
Absolutely.
They're a huge support to the city too.
Yes, they are.
And I like our hometown grocery store, but
for sure,
I just don't have everything. It's fair. I try. I want to get the points for the gas too. But anyway, that's not the point. Okay, so we need to pump money into the city by buying things in the city to help fund the city so our property taxes don't go up so much. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Essentially, yes. The more that we can use sales tax as a base and increase that, the better we are as a community, and the level of service can be maintained, or even additional services can be added, and it really helps to take that pressure off of the property tax piece of it.
Okay, y'all, you have your marching orders. Okay,
shop local.
Shop local. That's right. Okay, we're gonna round this out, but I want to ask you guys another question. First of all, I think it's very important to mention next year we're celebrating a big anniversary.
We are.
How many years?
150.
I already knew the answer.
That's right. Celina turns 150.
That's a big deal.
It is. It absolutely is. Yeah. So we're in the planning stages of what that looks like, and
I have some opinions if you're taking those.
We'll add it to your wish list.
He was at the Celina rodeo. I was like, I was fangirling for a minute.
That's fun. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we've got a number of things planned, and we're working alongside the city's marketing team and events team and to determine, what that looks like. It's a big celebration though, and it's a pretty incredible milestone for the city. And as you know from living there, there's so much history and heritage that goes into what makes Celina so special. And so we're excited to party and have 150.
Let's party. Yeah, and look, Frisco has the universal whatever and the PGA and all of that kind of stuff, and yay for them. But what I like about Celina is the Troubadour Festival and the rodeo and the crawfish celebration. Cajun Fest. Thank you. And like all of the time, every time we have an event, it's centered around, first of all, family and the residents. I get that. But also my favorite, Texas country. Yes. So if we got barbecue in Texas country, we're having a party. Okay.
That's right.
Opinion.
That's right.
So I love all of that. And I love that that's what we center our events around. Mm-hmm. And so kudos to you guys, the city, for putting on those events. I'm a huge fan of all of that. Let's talk about long-range planning as we exit out for the day. Yeah. Unless there's anything I forgot that we really need to talk about. But let's talk about some long-range planning. What are we seeing?
Yeah, so we rely heavily. Andy's already mentioned our planning and development services group. We rely heavily on them for what the long-term plan of the city is, because as you know, that affects economic development so much. And so we have a 2040 long-range plan that guides development for us, makes a lot of recommendations about where things should go and how the city should approach it, and where the best land uses fall, whether that's commercial or residential. And so because of that, I think what we're all trying to build is a really great, strong city where looks good, keeps that quality of life up, keeps property values maintained. We're the new kid on the block right now, right? Like everything's going to look new for a while, but that's not always going to be the case for Celina. And just like all these other communities that age, we want to make sure that as we age, we still have a really strong economy and really strong residences, neighborhoods, and everything.
I think alongside the lines of that, like the city employees across the city are so dedicated to the work that we're doing that it's hard for us sometimes to slow down and get a pat on the back. But there is one coming for our downtown master plan.
Oh, you're spoiler alert again! I was going to mention that on the way out
today. We're doing a little celebratory dance around our downtown master plan and the implementation of that. We're going to be awarded the Gold Award from the APA group, which is a really big deal.
Yes. The APA, explain.
American Planning Association.
There you go. Okay.
Yep. And it's as Andy mentioned, it's the gold level award, and for a community, it's a big deal in the state of Texas for sure. And so we're real proud of that, and to be able to work alongside those folks that implement that plan every day. We're certainly encouraging of that plan, because it really helps when we're looking at how the downtown's going to evolve over time. It's nice to have a playbook, right? And that's really what the downtown master plan is. And so it's encouraging to see it get the recognition it deserves.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So great minds think alike, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and in case you haven't noticed, I'm a huge Celina fan. Okay. So I'm here for it and want to support you guys any way that I can. So you just tell me what I need to do.
Thank you.
I wave my Celina flag really, really high. I'm not going anywhere. I try to get people, I got a friend trying to get me to go to Gunner, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to Gunner.
That's right.
Gunner's cute and all, but no.
That's a great thing that came on in March, and I've worked in the city of Dallas. I worked in some southern sector cities as well. And this is the only place that there's never an empty seat in an open meeting. Mm-hmm. I mean, people are so...
you're talking about the EDC meetings or the council meetings?
No, in Celina, as EDC meetings, planning
town hall meetings.
Meetings, it's never an empty seat in the house, and that really shows how committed people are to the spirit.
I need to come to some more of those. Yeah.
Yes, you do. I haven't seen you there.
I know. I just backdoor all of my information.
You just call us in.
Okay, so important thing to leave the audience with: if I were a realtor, where should I plug in all of those meetings you just talked about? Where's my time best served? Is it the council meeting, EDC meeting? Do I need to go to everything? Like, just kind of direct my realtor audience somewhere to plug in for the highest amount of value for their time with information.
That's a great question. And certainly come and visit our office, the EDC office. We're located downtown in Celina.
Oh, and the maps. Y'all have maps. I talk about these maps all the time. I love the maps.
Yep. We got
because if you guys go into their office and ask for one of their maps, it's I don't know, like this big. I can't even have my arms that tall. And it has all of the little everything a symbol, okay, meaning it'll show you everything that's coming and where it's going. So the projected HEB for Celina, it's on that map. We don't know Celina.
Proposed.
Proposed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
we're going to tell HEB they just need to pull the trigger. And so, if you guys want some extensive information on what's coming to Celina, hop into the office, go talk to Andy or Anthony, get a hold of some of those maps for your potential clients that would be moving to Celina. Get informed about what's coming so that you can work your best in Celina, right? And so, I think that's the best thing that we can leave everybody with.
Absolutely.
Go talk to Anthony and Andy. Well, thank you guys for joining me on the show today. It was a pleasure to have you. I reserve the right to ask you back.
Sure.
And also have you involved in some of the events that we're planning in Celina, because we've got some stuff we're getting on the books for fall, and we want you guys involved.
Yeah,
so.
we'd love to.
Would love to be a
we'd
part,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah. Another place to plug in is the chamber. Just to plug.
Oh yeah,
our
Alexis, you got to go see Alexis over at the chamber.
Great
Yeah,
partner of ours.
Yeah,
and
she's
also
amazing.
on the pulse of everything going on. So.
Yeah, she's a wealth of information. Very smart. So I'm a huge Alexis fan. Well, thank you again, guys. I appreciate your time. And that's a wrap on episode number 97. Again, I'm your host, Tamera Gaede. If you like my content, you're really going to love my escrow team. So give me an opportunity to work with you on your title needs and make it a great day.